course it was going to do something silly like this. It's a Monday morning and it's still doing it. Yeah. This is what happens when everybody plays with the irrigator. Oh dear. I'm just going to pull it back full length, try and get it back the way it should be again. What a spaghetti mess. Right then, I have a plan. So I've left the tractor hooked on, so the pipe is still tensioned, or at least it should be. And what I'm going to try is I'm going to get back to the reel, take up a bit of the slack with the handle, then put the brake in, and maybe that'll take out a lot of slack on the reel. Then we could be laughing because, well, hey, that could work. Could also not work, so we'll just have to see. Yeah, I reckon it's this bit here that's given us grief, because that's already a little bit raised, more than it should be. So I'm just thinking maybe I can just push that over before we start, and maybe that'll just sit flat when we reel in, because it seems to me it's always that side that causes the problem. So I reckon that there's got to be a little bit of reason to it, isn't there? That is actually taking a little bit of tension. I can feel it as I'm spinning, that's getting heavier. Right, the brake's on now. Take that off. Maybe that just helps a little bit. Right, we'll go get the John Deere again and unhook that before we start getting that wet and towing it. Hopefully that just works. I don't know. What I do know is this definitely needs a full pull out, because I ain't happy with that bulge. That's definitely the reason we're having problems. Because then it can't, because the way that it's positioned now, it won't stack that far side, so instead it bundles. Please be good. Hopefully the pump doesn't stall. Oh, there she goes. Go on, pump. Go on. Come on. Don't turn it off. Come on. No, I'll ring the yard then, because I don't think it's going back up. Oh no! Hello! Go on! Yes! Oh, hallelujah. That's the way. Perfect. Now it's made pressure. The motor's now opening up, and that'll start spinning away. There she goes! Hallelujah. Right. Let's take you up. Covered in midges already. Hate the little things. Nice around 90 is what Dad tends to do when we're just trying to reel it in on that last bit. Just because this has already had a water, so we'll just get it covered. And by going quicker, it maintains a better tension on the pipe. So hopefully I'll come back at 10 o'clock-ish and that'll be fine. So I'll set my alarm now, and hopefully you can behave, please. Right, we'll see this later. So as you can see there, the irrigator is still sticking and getting the pipe stuck and generally being a pain in the backside. So I'm going to go back to the yard, and hopefully later on somebody's going to be free to give me a hand to reel it back in, so we can then drag it along the length of the field instead of this short work. Get it all the way out, so we can make sure when we reel it back in with the PTO shafts, it's all just going to be, you know, lined up. We ain't got to change the time, because there shouldn't be anything wrong with the time. There shouldn't be at all. The problem we've got is it just keeps bunching up on that end, and I think it's because on the last time it was out full length, it just got a little bit of a bunch, and every time now we keep trying to get it to reel in, but it just keeps jumping off that bunch, and then it's done that so many times now this season. It's just taking the mick. It's not even funny. I'm afraid to say this is where it all starts to go wrong, really. So here we are, pulling out the irrigator full length, got nearly the full 400 meters out. Left the last few meters on there, started reeling it in, and everything went fine. Problem is, when we pull it back out, and I didn't get any footage of this, when we pulled it back out, we gorged a massive grit hole in the pipe. Couldn't irrigate for the next few days until we got a repair for it. That was rather upsetting, but there wasn't a lot we could do about that. It just jammed up, so we had a technician come out, had a look over the reel. Timing was off by like 1 tooth or something, he said, you know, tiny amount has come out. So they also had this hydraulic pack which forced the repair back together, or forced the pipe back together I should say, but that was quite interesting just seeing that. Well, isn't that a very nice trailer? Somebody must be kind enough to hire that to Dad. If you haven't seen it already, you'll have to check out last week's video when I bought this sucker. You'll have to check out last week's video when I bought this trailer. Still really chuffed with it. Look how tall it is. It's crazy.
Bye.